Yo, is this the type of micromanaging anybody voted for in the previous election cycle? Federal agency may ban gas stoves across the United States over health hazard. Yeah, that's been the go-to way of offing yourself for a long old time, okay? So, why is that a shock to anybody? And why are you trying to do this for people who just like to cook on high-end equipment? Like myself personally, I got an electric stove, okay? I got the nice saran top. It's very easy to clean and all that stuff, and it's kind of what most, middle-class charmed existence have, okay? When it comes to those big multi-burner stoves with the gas element on it, okay, those are normally reserved for very large homes or at least newly renovated homes. And of course, you can get stoves and ovens and gas variety for, relatively cheaper costs. But that's just normally what I associate it with. Or just a big industrial kitchen where you got the old burners running and all that stuff. It's just, why does the government fucking care? Or is this just another one of those overreach by the green policy people that think, oh, it just runs on fossil fuels? And then they think that energy comes from the outlets and the walls, and a bunch of fucking idiots. But anyways, federal agency may implement a nationwide ban on natural gas stoves over concerns that they cause health and respiratory problems. Wow, all of a sudden, like, who the fuck cares, okay? Because how far does this ban go? You know how many furnaces also run on natural gas as well? Like, how does this stop? And why do you care? U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission will have public comments about gas stoves in the winter of 2023 and could set standards on emissions. Of course they will. Oh, it's nothing about actually helping anybody. It's just, how can we tax anybody else? CPSC head Richard Tremunca Jr. told Bloomberg News natural gas stoves are estimated to be used in roughly 40% of all U.S. homes. Really? That high? Interesting. Okay. It's a hidden hazard, Trumka told a news service in interviews published on January 9th. Yeah, if it's such a hidden hazard and 40% of U.S. homes use natural gas stoves, why aren't more people dropping dead? If you're actually concerned about people dropping dead suddenly, maybe there's something else that you should probably be paying more attention to. Just, trying to make a little sense out of this. CPSC already issued a request for information seeking data on the alleged hazard associated with gas stoves and input for solutions, but CPSC hasn't proposed any regulatory actions yet, a spokesperson told media outlets on January 9th. Such a request for data and input, Trumka told reporters last month, is the first step in what could be a long journey towards regulating gas stoves. Like, I mean, maybe this guy would have been better suited to working in Germany in the 1940s. I just don't see it as a big concern over here in the West at this point in time. Like, just fuck off. If I want to cook with gas, we'll cook with gas. But I guess maybe this is a push towards, you don't really need to cook any of the bugs. We'll just go ahead and ship them to you along with your gray jumpsuit. Biden administration later signaled President Joe Biden doesn't favor a ban on gas stoves, while Trumka wrote on Twitter Monday saying that CPSC isn't coming for anyone's gas stoves. No, we're just looking to regulate them because they want to have, like a fucking Fortnite subscription model? What do they want to sell, fucking V-Bucks in order for you to turn on your stove? Like, just fuck off, okay? So the Biden administration responds after a federal agency suggests a gas stove ban. Why are we here? Why is this a concern in 2023? Natural gas, okay, when you burn it, all things considered, it's relatively clean burning, okay? I personally, like my barbecue, the place where I do most of my cooking, it's natural gas. It's a fucking wonderful burn. Are they going to be coming for that? Theoretically. I know Canada's already got some more fucked policy on top of this, so who, Lord only knows. The White House on January 11th said President Joe Biden doesn't support a ban on natural gas stoves after a consumer safety official suggested a ban is on the table during a meeting later this year. Trumka once again told Bloomberg News it's a hidden hazard. Of course, I would just like for him to demonstrate said hazard by turning on the burners and putting his head inside the stove. I just need a demonstration on this, okay? Products that can't be made safe can be banned, he said. And again, this is technology that is ancient as a motherfucker, so why now? Why now? Where's the stats? Where are the concerns? Literally, show me the receipts, okay? He Oh, he and Bloomberg cited a December 2022 study published by a think tank, Rocky Mountain Institute, in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health that claimed 12.7% of current childhood asthma in the United States is attributable to gas stove use. So, childhood asthma. Oh, okay, cool. I do believe I was diagnosed with childhood asthma, but you know what was also overlooked by that? I was about 100 pounds overweight and I was too fucking fat to run. Let's just say now I run about 10 miles a fucking day, and my childhood asthma, it's totally gone. Are these kids also in shitty fucking cities like Los Angeles that has a significant smog problem? Do they also live in high, dry climates? Like, what are we doing here? But no, it's gas stoves, bro. Trust us. We're the government. We're only here to help. Like, we're going to take away your family stoves. Why is this a thing? This is so fucking dumb. Some medical experts question the study's conclusions. Oh, thank God, after Trumka's remarks. Dr. Rand Goldman, okay, a pediatrics professor at the University of British Columbia. How the fuck is Canada chiming in? In a good way, I guess? He said the study was merely a calculation of what could be causing asthma in children. There you go. No conclusions could be theoretically drawn from it, unless, of course, it's your job to draw conclusions, irrespective of the results of a study. Is not true representation of what is happening, and there is a huge uncertainty around how many children with asthma are truly because of those emissions. Asthma is a multifactorial disease, he told Global News. It is a disease we're still studying because it is so complex. Yes, exactly. President does not support banning gas stoves. Yeah, but I wouldn't take Joe's advice, or I wouldn't put him in support in any of the sentences regarding stability, because I've seen that motherfucker try to climb stairs before. No, he requires a hell of a lot of support, so I wouldn't rely on him to hand any of it out. CPSC Chair Alexander Hohen-Sarek, get simpler names, stupid, on January 11th said that he isn't looking to ban gas stoves and the CPSC is not proceeding to do so, adding that the agency is researching gas emissions in stoves and exploring new ways to address health risks. CPSC also actively engaged in strengthening voluntary safety standards for gas stoves. Voluntary safety standards, what a great way to do this. Why is Cory Booker on the screen? Okay, a ban on natural gas appliances wouldn't be unprecedented. California's Air Resources Board recently voted to implement a ban on new gas-powered furnaces. Of course they do, instead of worrying about people shitting on the streets, okay, or rampant homelessness, you know, maybe trying to gas out the fucking tent cities that are there. No. Anybody who actually has a home can't have a gas furnace because reasons. See, this is the slippery slope. You want to give up your gas stove because it's inefficient? All right, bet. Now you can't heat your homes because, the state's Public Utilities Commission in September 2020 unanimously voted to remove subsidies to builders for installing natural gas lines. Oh, for new buildings beginning this year. Why? Because we don't like it. We don't feel like helping you out with that. See, nothing like the government coming in to help you. Oh, see, we're not here to regulate your stoves or anything like that. We're just also gonna make it very difficult for any builder to plumb in any natural gas lines. Why? Because they're scared of something that has next to no carbon emissions, if that's what they actually care about. But then again, is climate change really about caring about climate or the people? Or is it just about turning a quick buck? Well, let's wrap this up with a little bit of criticism, I guess, from some people who have some common sense left. Okay, Republicans quickly criticized the Biden administration. Natural gas industry officials issued similar comments, with the American Gas Association saying in a statement this week that the December 2020 study is not substantiated by sound science. Has that stopped any of the climate activists before? Okay. They listen to a fucking 16-year-old autistic bitch, okay? Like, do you think that they're actually going to have any sort of semblance of sense about them? I don't think so. Over 40 million Americans' households use gas stoves. And this type of power should never have been given to unelected bureaucrats, and it's time for it to end. Yes, exactly. That's a bigger problem, I would posit, but, you know. Gary Palmer, for a representative from Alabama, added that unelected bureaucrats should never have that type of power, even considered such an action. Like, I mean, hey man, it's not like unelected bureaucrats have ever flexed any power over, a wide swath of people. Okay, 40 million people? Nah, man, they wouldn't try to regulate anybody like that. There wouldn't be several alphabet agencies, trying to flex on people for what they think is their well-intentioned nature to keep everybody healthy. No, I couldn't think of a very obvious example like that. No, couldn't possibly be happening. An administration and their continued desire to control Americans' lives and decisions. Yeah, no, that's all this is at this point in time. Oh, but that's what these idiots fucking voted for. Okay, they just want a green future, y'all. Okay, need to get rid of all of those terrible fossil fuels that are out there, but they love their electric vehicles, you fucking dumbasses. So, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.